the wild winds call. Jasper's walking, taking pictures of it all. Boots on the ground, heart in the sky, following the blazes, just a rambling guy. Through the valleys, over the hills, chasing that freedom, feeling the thrill. With every sunrise, he's finding his way, living the dream, one step a day. Trail named Jasper, walking on through Bruce Trail, bound with a camera view. Hiking the ridges, chasing the light. Like and subscribe, come follow his life.
Greersville Memorial Forest. Wow. Okay. Gray Sable Conservation Foundation. Whew. Little parking area through the trees on a bench. I'm parked in that parking area. And today is, well, it's Saturday, and it's April the 26th. It's a foggy, windy, rainy, chilly day. Rain, wet snow, freezing rain in the forecast for the day, and high winds. All the things that we don't really want. So after we just spent, a couple of days anyhow hiking on the David Cullen Trail, whilst I was visiting my daughter in Mississauga, part of the GTA, the Toronto area in Ontario, we are back on the Bruce Trail, my home trail. Yeah. Oh yeah. Our day hike today. Heavy pack weight today. We've just upped the pack weight another 5 pounds, which means, we're about 35 pounds of pack weight now. So pretty much right back to full food, full water, on a through hike. Weight. It's a training day. It's about 17 kilometers is the day hike. We're starting at the northern end of the Beaver Valley section of the Bruce Trail. Further up the trail, we will cross at Blantyre into the Sydenham section of the Bruce Trail. And from there we'll continue north to the Ambrose overnight rest area. Wind is picking up. Ooh, and it's cold wind. We're not staying overnight at the Ambrose overnight rest area. We're just taking a break there and then turning around and coming back for a total of 17 kilometers. Okay, for now, let's just get to hiking, shall we? Follow the Bruce Trail to the 7th line, which is 2.7 kilometers away, or to Tobermory, which is 341 kilometers away. Well, we're not going to Tobermory this time, although we have through hiked the Bruce Trail, all 900 kilometers of it, 6 times now, but not today. Today we're in preparation, we're training, we're practicing, we're rehabilitating that left hip for the upcoming through hikes in the UK. As I'd mentioned, it's the 26th of April today, and on the 28th of May, as you know, if you follow my channel, we're leaving to fly Toronto to Glasgow, where we will attempt 3 trails. Now, I don't know if I have time for all 3, but we're going to start with the Coast to Coast, one of Alfred Wainwright's trails, just short of 200 miles from the east coast to the west coast of England. So we walk all the way across England. So looking forward to that particular trail. From there we head back north, just to a northern suburb of Glasgow, Mulgai, where we jump on the familiar West Island Way. You'll remember that because in 2023 we yo-yoed that trail, and that was magnificent. I am so looking forward to doing that trail again. Time allowing, once we get to Fort William, we'll be heading north on the Great Glen Trail to Inverness. So those are the 3 trails that I'd like to accomplish whilst in the UK. However, I may probably not accomplish all 3. My daily distance is not back to where I would need it to be to do that. However, we are trading, so who knows? Who knows? Take a look at this forest, by the way. Isn't this beautiful in here? Yes, it is. Normally, the views are spectacular from here. But today, thick cloud, fog, rain, no views at all. Now, here's a bench. And I actually did this trail the day before yesterday, and I sat at that bench and took my first break of the day. And I was going to do that again today. However, the wind is just blowing across the farm fields and it's cold. So I am going to find somewhere that's a little more sheltered, maybe sit on a rock or a log, somewhere in the forest. Up here we're going to cross a road and continue on the trail, looking for that sheltered spot for, I'm thinking, some coffee and maybe a Kit Kat bar. Oh yeah, maybe a Kit Kat bar. Okay. Let's get to hiking, shall we? Well, take a look at that. Right next to my trekking poles, which are my black diamonds, by the way. Oh yeah, is a beautiful seat with a footrest, sheltered the trail where we're going after break. The trail from whence we came. Farm fields, all getting ready for the upcoming season, the upcoming crops. Oh yeah. What's it going to be? Is it going to be the bread on our table? Is that what that's going to be? Is that going to be the corn with our barbecue? Is that what it's going to be? I have no idea what it's going to be. Maybe it'll be the potatoes with our roast beef dinner. But it will be something right from that field. Okay. Coffee and a Kit Kat bar. Right here. If there's water on the lens, then I apologize. I know everything could look blurry, maybe not, because there's a lot of water around. It's just stopped raining, because it has been raining pretty steady But it has stopped right now, and I think it's supposed to. And then I think later on this afternoon it's supposed to come to a bit of rain and wet snow. But then I think tomorrow, well, I hope tomorrow, because I'm working on my deck at the house, the summer house, I'm hoping to get it finished by Monday. Sunday and Monday are supposed to be nice, sunny, warm days, or warmer days, and I think throughout the week it's supposed to be quite nice. Yeah, because we're back in our Meaford summer home, which is our kind of park model at the holiday camp park. So I'm doing work on it because I think Joanne wants to sell it this year. I'm not sure, and I don't know what comes next after that, but we'll see. We'll see. Had my coffee, had my Kit Kat. Yeah. Man. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing right now. I just love being on trail. I just love being on trail. I can't explain it. Soon, this is my McKinley 65 plus 10 pack. And I paid, it's a $200 pack, and I bought it for $69 right at the beginning of COVID. The world was panicking, and all the companies, I got it through Sports Check, their online warehouse when their stores were closed. I think the Atmosphere division, sorry, for 69 Canadian dollars. So I've had it a few years. I don't know how many miles I've put on that, but I've put a lot on it because I've used that for all of my training, all of it, since then. And that's what I use it for. Plus I have done a couple of 2 and 3 day, 1 and 2 night wild camp kind of hikes with it. But the pocket just died and I had to remove the pocket. You could cut it off. It was a separate thing. And a lot of the stitching on the hip belt is coming apart. It's becoming time to replace that pack as a kind of a hiking pack. I don't want a small day pack only because I do load it up. Like right now, as I say, I've got about 35 pounds in there. So another 50, 60 litre pack I've got to come up with for a training pack, I think. But we'll keep using it for now. Still got some life left. But it's been a good pack. Man. Whatever you guys are doing today, I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am, even in the rain. Now, if it was a beautiful sunny day of about 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, which to me is perfect hiking weather, I would be delighted. But you know what? It's +2, +1 degrees Celsius, windy, although I'm sheltered here, rainy, cloudy, cold, wet, muddy, and I'm enjoying it just as much. Okay, let's push on. Next, we're going to pass Blantyre in about 3 or 4 kilometers, and then from there, I think it's about 1.5 to 2 kilometers further to the Ambrose overnight rest area, where we will take our lunch break before turning around and heading back. Yeah, let's get to it. One thing, there's lots of water flowing today. You see that waterfall right there? There was only a trickle coming out of it 2 days ago. Only a trickle. Well, there's more than a trickle today. Beautiful how the creek, the waterway just meanders down amongst the rocks and in this kind of crevice, if you will. Absolutely gorgeous. What a stunningly beautiful place to be today. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. So just as we were leaving last waterfall, we ran out of battery power. We carried on another couple of kilometers and we got to this wee waterfall right here. Again, beautiful. Just the way The water meanders over the rocks, through the crevices, in this kind of gully, this crag. Absolutely stunning. Okay, let's just keep moving down this trail. All the water sources, they're all flowing great today after all the rain we just had. Whew. That's another beautiful, beautiful country scene right there. Just gorgeous. Wow. Oh yeah. As we arrive at Blantyre, something that's really interesting and remarkable is the parking here was closed for quite a while, but the conservatory, the Bruce Trail Conservatory, with its, I guess, volunteers and maintenance crews and so on, built a new parking area. Look at this. Trail comes right out to it. Oh, by the way, look at that pickup truck across there. Hope you can see it in the GoPro. It's been around a while. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Well done. Kudos to the Bruce Trail Conservatory, to all the people that were involved in making this parking lot happen. From the planning, the financing, the labor, everybody. Kudos to you guys, because this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And it's also at the northern end, right at the northern end of the Beaver Valley section of the Bruce Trail. And Blantyre, across the way, across the highway, is the beginning of the Sydenham section. So we're now leaving Beaver Valley, entering Sydenham. Next up, the Ambrose overnight rest area. Oh yeah, an hour lunch break. I've got an apple with some nice sharp cheddar, cheese, that is, coffee, electrolyte water, cheesy crackers, Larabar. Ha! I think I got it going on. Yeah. Take a look-see. Blantyre. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. Arriving, see the blue blaze, the right turn. We are now arriving at the side trail to the Ambrose overnight rest area. There's a sign on this tree, Ambrose Camp. Oh yeah. Now, just for a point of interest, there is a spring-fed water source just slightly past the actual shelter, just so you know. And because it's spring-fed, it should have filterable water year-round. Yeah. Near The descent into Ambrose, traditionally, this time of year for sure, and especially today with all the rain, it's wet, it's slippy, it's muddy, it's treacherous. And with hip replacement, almost 12 weeks ago, we have to be extremely careful. So we're going to take our time as we make our way down to the actual camp itself. Just gingerly moving along. Wet, muddy, slippy, treacherous. Okay, let's just go steady. The shelter just ahead of us, almost there. You'll notice the big white Bruce Trail emblem painted on the side, and you'll notice how it resembles greatly the Appalachian Trail emblem. And there's a reason for that. The reason for that is this. Back in the day, the Appalachian Trail played a huge role in two things, well, several things. First of all, they were the inspiration of the Bruce Trail. Secondly, they pretty much organized the infrastructure of the Bruce Trail. Originally, the Bruce Trail was going to be considered an Appalachian Trail north into Ontario, if you will. It was a through hiking trail. Originally, that was the design, the intent. Here we are. Here we are. Yeah, the shelter. Dry, protected from the wind. We're going to sit down and we're going to take a well-deserved break. Saying goodbye to the Ambrose overnight rest area. Yeah, always a nice little spot. I've camped there many times on through hikes. Sometimes I've tented, and then sometimes I've slept in the shelter. Very kind of typical and traditional of the Appalachian Trail, sleeping in shelters. Oh yeah. But today was just a little break, kind of a lunch break. An apple with a piece of cheddar, some coffee, a Laura bar, and a small package of my favorite cheesy crackers. And we are heading back the way we came, to where we parked earlier this morning. Yeah. So it's not raining right now, but it is gray, still foggy. But just look how this looks, man. The green is so vibrant, and a stark contrast from the vibrant green, almost neon, to the naked trees. It's just such a contrast. A photographer's paradise, no doubt about that. Oh yeah. Anyhow, I'm enjoying immensely my day out, my training, my practice on the Bruce Trail. And today, for my footwear, I'm using my ASIC Gel Venture 7s. Now, as you know, I'm an ultra fan, through and through. I love the Superiors, the Lone Peaks, and the Olympus. And I would choose the Olympus pretty much for any trail. But today, being wet, rainy, and not yet quite 12 weeks since my hip replacement, I am very, very fearful of falling. And today, when I was doing this trail just a couple of days ago in my Olympus, I noticed I did slide on the mud just a couple of times, which is, you know what, the Olympus are very grippy, but and nothing keeps you from or stops you from sliding on mud. I get it. But I thought to myself, those Olympus that I was using are very, very well worn. I've got a lot of miles on those things. But today I thought I'll try my Asics Gel Venture 7s. They have quite a reasonably aggressive tread pattern, and a tread pattern that I kind of like. And I thought I'll just try them today and see how they fare in this wet, muddy environment. One thing I do not like about the Asics Gel Venture 7s is once they get wet inside, they stay wet inside. They're not a waterproof shoe, but once they get wet, they stay wet for quite a while. Unlike, say, the Ultra Superior or the Ultra Lone Peak, can dry very quickly. That's their kind of, one of their main kind of claims to fame. That and the wide toe box and the zero drop makes them extremely comfortable. Anyhow, I just thought I'd try these today as I, get closer to my next through hike trip, which is a little over a month away now, and the actual finalization of the actual gear that I'll be using on that particular hike. And of course, footwear is vitally important at any time. So under normal circumstances, I would pick my Lone Peak or my Superior or my Olympus, but again, just fearful of slipping, falling, damaging my hip, and over the rocks, over wet areas, and so on. I move gingerly. I am not laying down fast miles. Again, in the words of the through hiker, recycle. A through hike doesn't have to be fast, but it does have to be complete. There you go. Okay. Let's keep moving down the trail. Windy, windy, windy. Cold, cold wind. Wow. A few minutes ago there was snow in the air, but it seems to have subsided right now. Whew. But it is a cold, 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 windy day. But you know what? This is a little bit reminiscent of it's a different landscape. It's a different rolling hills. The farm communities and so on are different. There's no dry stone walls and stone barns. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Anyhow, just a little update. The hike goes well. I have about 3.5 kilometers to go, and I just took a quick 5-minute break. Sat on a log, had a slurp of coffee at Nature Valley Bar, I believe it is. And that'll be my final break, 3.5 kilometers, back to where we started. So you know what? I am going to sign off. I am signing off for this particular hike. Thank you for joining me today. And I do hope you've enjoyed this and our other hikes. Again, we're training, but my training this year is slightly different, only because, as normal, we're hiking season and our planned hikes, we already know what they are. We're also rehabilitating a left hip replacement, which happened almost 12 weeks ago. So the training is a little different, and my abilities are a little different. Now, with the hip replacement, even though I did not cheap out, no, I didn't. I opted to pay the $50 extra for the bionic. However, I don't think the bionics have kicked in yet. No. In fact, I know they haven't. Definitely haven't. Hey, you know what? Please subscribe to our channel. We're pushing hard to make 1,000 subscribers. Right now, I think we're somewhere around 936. Last time I everybody. We will see you out on the trail. Jasper is out.